Hi, it's little me. So I'm gonna tell you about my mental illness. Started about mm, it started about 24 years ago with the death of my beloved father, Stork, and what I went through was I moved to Denmark and after about a year being in Denmark away from Greenland, my father got diagnosed with terminal cancer in the stomach. Yes, whatever it's called, that little thing in the stomach. Yes, the worst cancer you can get. Yeah, and I started going astray. I was depressed. I had no vision of my future. I was destitute. I was depressed. I felt that the world was against me, and I put up my defense mechanisms to deal with the world. And it triggered off something in my brain where I began to think unhealthy thoughts, and I started drinking a six pack a day because we all know the Danish drink a lot of shit. And meanwhile, all this is happening, I started to feel alienated from life. I could feel that my mind was changing and for the worse. So I was depressed. And when you start drinking, when you're depressed, you get more depressed, even though you should be celebrating life. I did not know that alcohol was a depressant. So meanwhile, you think you have fun, you're actually getting more depressed. Uh, Nobody tells you alcohol is a depressant. Uh, then I started, you know, getting jobs. I work, I know, odd jobs, and I was bicycling around. We lived in Denmark, my parents and I, and as my father was getting sicker and sicker, in the end, he only weighed 37 kilos, which is about 200 pounds in American. Wait, what? No, 100 pounds. Yeah. And I watched my father crawl on the floor just to get to the toilet. I would like to help him, but he looked at me strangely and said, "No, I don't need your help. I want to do it alone." And the night he died, there was like a black cloud over what I saw. It was like my brain shut down. Yeah. But my father was a really good guy. He was very clever. He was very loving, caring, and he was very knowledgeable. It was just sad to see the way he went. Cancer is a shitty disease, illness. Um, then we needed to sell the house because my mother could not pay the bills. Then you know the story. Then there during the winter, and I was all this time I was smoking hashish and drinking, not too much, just a little bit, maybe 6 pack a day, maybe 10 beers, not too much. So I got more and more depressed, and all this time I just wanted to make other people happy. Every day, every month when I got paid, I would go to the city and just spend thousands of kronas to keep the people happy, just to give them drinks. And inside, I was broken, half broken, I would say. And and my relationship with my adopted brother was not too great. We tried to move into an apartment together so we could have fun, but I was too depressed and I was too overly cynical, and I was not being respectful to my brother. He's in he came out the right side because he had lots of kids, but back then he was like also confused, and I started developing these thoughts of hell, which really made me super depressed. I would say I get a 5 out of 10 depressed, which is bad enough because I've seen people who never got out of bed and they were like 10 out of 10 depressed, and that's I feel sorry for them. You know, they they lost the will to live, but I was still not totally gone. So I was hospitalized one night because I drank a bottle of whiskey in one go, and I broke a shop's window with whiskey bottle. I tried to run away, but like after like 30 seconds to 1 minute, the police came and they questioned me, and I just told that it was some immigrants that broke the window, and I said they ran that way, and they believed me, so they went after them, even though it was me. Totally crazy. So uh, I collapsed on a lawn on a grass, and I called my mother. I don't know where I am. I'm besides the shop. I have collapsed, and she came up and picked me. I told her where I was. I can't really remember. I was lying there on the grass, and she came and she put me in the hospital warden, like psych ward. I woke up the next day. Where the fuck am I? uh, and I felt like that was a betrayal of my mother. Uh, Defense mechanism again. And then all this time, then I went to this place for mentally ill people. You had freedom. You could go out whenever you want. You could socialize. And I was always very judgmental, arrogant, conceited. I was always complaining, and I got beaten up a few times. I was drunk and I was on pills. Don't ever take pills. It is certain death within 10 years. Don't ever do it. I kept asking for the right medicine. The workers didn't care really about me. They always making fun of me in their own way, small little hints, yeah. Like they didn't respect me and I didn't respect them, but I was always trying to tell jokes, and when they laughed, I could always hear they were kind of mocking me. And all this time, I was drinking 1, 2, 3 bottles of whiskey a day. Not very good. Yes, I know. Yeah. Don't ever do that. Yeah. And I was smoking hashish also. Uh, the pills make you stop your metabolism, so I got a big belly. Uh, then after about 8 years, I moved from that place to this place, and all this time, like whenever I was in the city or something, I had this feeling in the back of my head, down my spine. Whenever I heard a loud noise or whatever, I would look back and like I, the whole of my back would be ice cold. It was ice cold. I get paranoid, and now I feel a lot better because I'm not that paranoid anymore. I think like my brain has settled from the trauma. Whenever you gotta remember in Greenland, I got beaten up a lot because I was arrogant, conceited, whatever, and I had brain damage. I think like I get kicked in the head, right here, yeah, and that's okay. I'm still here, yeah. Uh, I started listening on YouTube to conspiracy theorists. I thought they were entertaining, but what they do is they want to induce on you mental illness so that they can lock you up now instead of later when you have, yeah. Yes. I don't believe in conspiracy theories except for the ones that are confirmed. People who believe in conspiracy theories are stupid. They are have no self-criticism, and they are flat earthers, and they are just uh, stupid. And all this time, it was like I was going through a phase of rewiring my mind into things where I could disprove this part of me is not real. So I started analyzing my own mind with the help from YouTube, like people like Sam Harris, Richard Dawkins, Jordan Peterson, yeah, people like that. Yeah. Uh, while all this is going on, I started realizing like that 90% of all people are stupid. They have nothing to say, nothing. And I started mocking them, their intelligence. Don't ever do that, by the way, because they will remember it. Don't ever do that. But now I have come out the other end and I feel much better. I don't drink as much as I would like to because I think alcohol is, they call it a spirit for a reason. You're just there like yeah, just like it is okay to just be silly, goofy, have fun. If people take it personally, what you say, there's something wrong with them. They think it's for serious. Don't take everything so seriously. It's not an attack on you, just trying to be goofy, enjoying life. Life is a party, then you die. Maybe there's a God. I don't think there's a God. It's just total randomness. Rocks. The universe is just ice cold, dead, a few rocks around. That's it. A big star, the sun, black holes, and the things we cannot yet explain. It's just natural phenomena we cannot explain. Okay, don't stop putting things into it that you're not a scientist. I know you're not a scientist. So stop trying to explain it. Let it go. Thank you very much. I hope you have a wonderful party tonight. And God bless you. Ah! And good riddance. And I hope you live to be 150 so you can see for the short amount of time we're here. Just try have fun. If people get offended, just say to them, "Oh, just being silly." You don't have to think there's a God and like I'm offended on God's behalf. Fucking idiot.